welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first proper video on YouTube and I just wanted to do a little get to know me video. I wanted to make this channel for so long and I've just been too nervous to do it, I've had no time and I've just kept putting it off really. But we are currently in quarantine and I just thought what better time to do it than now. I don't have anything to do in my days, so yeah, I've just not really got anything to lose right now. I have asked some people some questions on Instagram. I did a little poll and I'm just wanting to answer some questions that people have about me, so it's just a little bit of a get to know me video. The first question I have been asked is, do I have any siblings? And yes, I do. I have an older sister called Emma. She's 22 and lives and works in Manchester with her boyfriend. I don't really get to see her much anymore because we do live away from home, and yeah, it's just a bit difficult to meet up sometimes, and yeah, I do really miss her. I've also been asked where did I grow up. I grew up in Barnsley in South Yorkshire. Some people will say I have a really strong Yorkshire accent, so I am quite sorry for that because I know it's not the nicest of accents. I don't think I do, but I've been told otherwise. I have been asked some questions that kind of link together. So I've been asked questions about my education, I've been asked about my job, and I was going to do a video just about my job. I currently work at Disneyland Paris and I know there is a lot of questions around that. People want to know what the audition was like, people want to know how I've got the job, people want to know what the first day was like, and I was going to do a video explaining all that, so yeah, that's probably going to be coming up in the near future. But I can answer some of the questions that have been asked and I can just go into a little bit of detail now. So I have been asked, did I go to college? Yes, I did go to college. I went to Pontefract New College and I studied dance, sociology and business studies. They then asked, did I go to university? No, I did not go to university. I do have a place at university. I have a place studying criminology in Northumbria, and it was something I was very interested in. However, I struggle with exams, so I do well in exams, it's just getting to that which is the struggle. So I did have a big long think about it and I did defer my place at uni. After I did that, I had no idea what I was doing with myself. I was applying for jobs, I was going to interviews, I applied to be a dental nurse, I applied to go into the Navy. Like, honestly, I had no idea what I wanted to do. One of the questions I have been asked is, what do I do in my free time to keep myself busy? This is a perfect question right now because I am not busy at all. I'm in quarantine, so I'm stuck at home with my family. So yeah, I am trying to keep myself busy by watching films. I've tried to start this, so hopefully this will keep me a bit busy. I am on TikTok quite a bit, which is quite embarrassing. I'm drawing and I'm going to start an online course. So yeah, I am trying to keep myself busy. I'm also like working out and yeah, I've not really been out the house for like walks or anything. I've only been out to go and give my grandma some food supplies. But yeah, like I can't say I've been out a lot, and I am struggling being in quarantine because the days are very samey and very boring. So I have been asked what is my gym routine, and honestly I don't actually know. I have not been to a gym in so long. I probably went at the start of the year and kind of got bored and just haven't been back. I do still work out and like I do workouts at home, and I do really need to get back into the gym. It's just hard because when I'm in France I don't have a car over there. So like I can't just drive to the nearest gym. The nearest gym's like 2 bus journeys away and the long bus journeys, and I can't be bothered to be honest. But yeah, when I do have a routine, I go to the gym, I warm up by going on like the treadmill. I tend to do that for like 5-10 minutes and then I tend to do glutes. Like I love doing glutes. Can't skip a bum day, you really can't. The next question is, any tips on gym motivation, or do you struggle like me? Honestly, I really struggle with finding the motivation to work out. Currently, I have no motivation. I cannot even get the motivation to get out of bed. Like, honestly, it's really bad. But yeah, I do really struggle with motivation, which is why I've not been to the gym in so long. But yeah, like, I do think my biggest motivation that makes me work out is the fact that, like, I once went on a date with a boy and he basically sat there and slated me. He said all these things to me and he said it was a joke, and I didn't take it as a joke. He like called me fat, he said like all these things about my body, and I just was just like, oh, like, if he's thinking this, like, I must be, like, I just genuinely thought I was. And it did crush me for quite a while, and then I basically just joined a gym and proper started changing myself around, and that is my motivation, I guess, because I remember I saw this boy in the gym if like about 6 months after, and I don't like this boy, as you can probably guess, and I saw him at the gym and I was in little shorts and a little crop top, and I was so confident with myself, and I just walked past him and he just looked at me and I was just like, yeah, like, you made me like this now. Like, I am confident with myself because of the things that he said to me. Does that make sense? I don't really know. But yeah, like, I think that's my motivation. Like, people's negative comments about me motivates me to do better, because I'm like, well, I'm better than these comments. So yeah, I have just realised that I say so yeah quite a lot, or like, so I actually really need to stop that. Because I work at Disneyland Paris, it meant that I had to go live in Paris and move away from home, and I have been asked about that. I have been asked, did you find it hard living away from home? And honestly, yes, I really did. I have never lived away from home before, and I just went and just moved countries, so it was quite daunting. I was very lucky and got put with a roommate who is now one of my best friends, so that I did get really lucky in that sense. However, she then did get her own place, and that was hard because I went from having a roommate that was my best friend to having a roommate that was French and I could not understand her, and we were very, very different people. So like, her hygiene levels weren't the same as my hygiene levels, so like, it was a hard time, and it really made me think about if I wanted to stay in that job, simply just because I wasn't enjoying how I was living. Luckily I didn't have to live there for ages, and I now do have my own place. It's still hard because I do have to do my own shopping, my own cleaning, and like, I do have my own flat, so it can be a bit lonely at times, but I do try and get out of the flat as often as I can, and I do see my friends, and I am working quite a lot, so yeah, like, you kind of forget you're away from home and you make it like a home of your own. And I do come home quite often, and like I say, I am currently in quarantine and I have come home for the quarantine, so like, I am seeing my family. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing my friends, but I still talk to them and I speak to them every day, so yeah. Another question that somebody has asked me is, have I climbed the Eiffel Tower? And truth be told, I have not. I have wanted to for quite a while, and it's just never something that I've been able to get the chance to do. Like, every time I go into Paris, we're busy, we're doing something. I can say I have seen the Moulin Rouge, so I know it's very different to the Eiffel Tower, but I have seen that, and that is incredible. If anybody wants to go watch a show in Paris or is stuck on ideas what to do, see the Moulin Rouge. Like, honestly, it was incredible. So this is the end.
When I wake up in the morning, touch his little flooster, see his little mittens, give his nose a boop star.